And water worries. Flint's mayor meets with Governor Snyder to sort out the water crisis.
I see there's a lot of interest in our meeting today, and I want to thank the mayor for coming to meet.
And on Detroit's east side, we do have breaking news right now. Right now, there is a hazmat situation at this titanium plant. It's located in the area of Mount Elliott and 7 Mile. We are still trying to get details on what exactly has happened here that's prompted all of this activity, but we do have and will have all the developments for you during this newscast and also on clickondetroit.com throughout the day as we learn more. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. The Flint water crisis continues to gain national attention with celebrities like Cher and even Michael Moore weighing in, critically slamming Governor Rick Snyder. Today, the work started to try and attack this problem. And what happened there and what are the damages of that lead leak? Local 4's business editor Rod Maloney is live in Lansing, where the governor met with Flint's mayor to do just that. Rod, what are they saying at this time?
Well, the governor's admitting that there were mistakes made and they've got to address them. The Flint mayor, of course, is willing to take any help she can get from pretty much anybody willing to give it, and the state is willing to do that. The governor is sticking with his positive forward action theme that he's had throughout his entire governorship, and he's having to use that today because looking back is not a good idea in this instance. Flint Mayor Karen Weaver arrived with a couple of aides shortly before 9 o'clock this morning, 4 days after asking for an emergency declaration and getting one from the governor on Tuesday. Now comes the heavy lifting. Are you optimistic going in?
Oh, yeah, I've been optimistic from the beginning.
It's not like the mayor and the governor haven't been talking on the phone all week, so the meeting only lasted about a half hour. They announced they're part of a unified team ready to roll.
More testing, more filters, long-term solutions, better follow-up public health care for the affected individuals, looking at education opportunities, how we can do a broad-based suite of services to improve things in Flint for this unfortunate situation that I do apologize for.
This is good. This is a great day for the citizens of Flint, and I know they're excited to hear this news, and we're doing this together. This is a partnership, and we're going to be looking at how we move Flint forward.
Moving Flint forward will, by all accounts, including the state's, be a very long and expensive proposition, likely to take years and up to $1.5 billion. But those are estimates. The money the state doesn't have on hand, the governor says the question right now is not how much it's going to cost.
You have to start by saying, what do you need to do? And that's where we're working in partnership with the mayor and the city to identify what are the most critical areas that we need resources for, and then we'll work to find those resources to make sure we follow up.
Now, this, in many ways, was the governor's way of trying to stop the bleeding here because the national press is now in on this, and it's not looking very good for him. And so having him come together with Flint's mayor and make it look like they're moving forward proactively is perhaps his best way of doing that. But I will say this, it was a very controlled setting here today, very chaotic, too, at the same time, because there are a lot of questions. The state has a lot more questions to answer as they go forward. But for now, at least, there is a program set in place in order to attack a problem that the state, in fact, itself did cause. Back to you.
Well, Rod, can you elaborate any more on the kinds of things that are going to be put in place to try and turn this mess around?
Well, right now, because of the emergency declaration, there are these emergency centers. In other words, they've activated an emergency center where they can work out of now, where they've got police officers, they've got state DEQ officers, and the governor's staff is working together in a center just down the street here where they're getting ready to start moving things into place, get more filters in, and get the community up to speed in terms of what they need to do to help themselves. In fact, they were talking today about perhaps going door to door to make sure that the water filters that have been given out to Flint residents actually are installed, not just handed over to somebody that might not have installed them. So they're going to be moving fairly proactively on this as the time moves forward.
Well, certainly the residents of Flint would appreciate that. Rod, thank you.